Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV news update. I am Marvelous Obomman. Now in the headlines. Final year students killed in University of Calabar, suspects still at large. Police Council confirms Usman Baba as Inspector General of Police. Senate holds National Public Hearing on Constitution Review in Abuja. And now the details. Calm is returning to the premises of Cross River State University, Calabar, after students on Friday protested the death of their colleague who was murdered on campus by suspected cultists. The unfortunate incident happened on Wednesday around 9 p.m. when a final year student of the university who came to complete his clearance documentation accosted alleged cultists dispossessing a female student of her phone and personal belongings. The student, identified as Ford from Visual Arts Department, on sighting the cultists, rushed to rescue the lady but got stabbed in the process and later died. SignatureTV, in a telephone interview with an eyewitness, Favor Abijia, a student from the university, got some details of the incident.
The guy died. His name is Ford. They call him Ford. He's a final year student in visual arts, and then he came to do his clearance. So he was inside. He came to visit his friend in the evening, and then when he was going back around 9, he saw some group of guys harassing a girl. They collected her phone, so he went towards them to try and rescue and get the phone back, and then they stabbed him. So when they rushed him they stabbed him, and where they stabbed him was close to the security post. So when they rushed him to the security, according to the students that were there yesterday, they said, the security people said there is no fuel in the van, the police van, so they cannot rush him until the guy died. So that's why students are protesting that security were there and they allowed the guy to die. And with the story we heard now, they said they have caught the 2 guys. Among the guys that stabbed him yesterday, or they caught 2. So they have a police station. So the students are protesting that they should bring those guys out. So that was what just happened.
Signature TV learned it took the timely intervention of the military and other security agents to restore calm and normalcy within the school premises as the search for the culprits continued. Meanwhile, there is still no official statement from the university authorities or the Cross River State Police Command on today's protest or the death of the student. This is a developing story. Updates will come later. The Police Council has confirmed Usman Baba as the Inspector General of Police almost 2 months after President Muhammadu Buhari approved his appointment. Usman Baba was confirmed on Friday during a meeting of the council in Abuja, presided over by President Buhari. The Minister of Police Affairs, Maigari Dingyadi, who confirmed the development in a briefing after the meeting, quoted the Nigerian leader as urging the Inspector General of Police to justify the confidence reposed on him by reducing the rising wave of insecurity in the country. The Executive Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, on Thursday paid a courtesy visit to the Defense Headquarters, Abuja, to draw the attention of military authorities to security situation in Kano State and also to seek for ways to collaborate with them to keep the state secured. Ganduje, who noted that Kano State was working in harmony with security stakeholders in the state to keep peace, condoled the service chiefs over the loss of the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Attahiru. Signature TV correspondent now reports. The Executive Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, during his visit to Defense Headquarters to seek out ways of collaboration with the military authority, congratulated Major General Farouk Yahya on his appointment as the 22nd Chief of Army Staff. He expressed confidence that the Chief of Army Staff, with his experience and intelligence, will end Nigeria's security challenges.
Looking at your credentials from this position, everybody up to the task. And so far, the efforts that were put in place, along with our officers, we believe with cooperation of all stakeholders, because we need the cooperation of stakeholders so that we succeed. There's no doubt security is everybody's responsibility. But from the experiences so far, what has happened here and there in Nigeria so far, the intelligence will be able to assist so that we march ahead in order to succeed and keep Nigeria in total peace and stability. Kano is a mega city. Any mega city, security is one of the challenges.
The governor, who also paid a courtesy call to the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Amao, told journalists that there is coordination amongst security agents in Kano State.
To brief them on the security situation in Kano and look for further synergy with the security operatives in Kano so that we keep Kano in peace and safe. That is what brought me here. We are developing training ground in Falgore Forest, and we have full synergy with the neighboring states, especially the police, the army, the air force, the civil defense, and all the stakeholders in security situation. There's full coordination and cooperation among them.
The visit of the Kano State Governor to Defense Headquarters shows the need for collaboration between the federal and state governments to address the current security challenges bedeviling the country. In Abuja, I am Marvelous Obomman for Signature TV. The Nigerian Senate began public hearing on the amendment of Nigeria's 1999 Constitution at the International Conference Center in Abuja on Thursday. The event started at about 10 a.m. with the arrival of the President of the Senate and other principal officers and members of the Senate. Other attendees include members of Nigerian Labour Congress, civil society groups, traditional rulers, and other relevant stakeholders. Declaring the event open, the chairman of the Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution, Senator Omo Agege, assures Nigerians that the National Assembly was eager and willing to listen to all contributions and recommendations in order to retain the confidence of Nigerians in the amendment exercise. Ifunanya Ilodianya now reports.
The Nigerian Senate President Dr. Ahmed Lawan said the constitutional review cannot flourish without quality leaders. He said this on Thursday while speaking at his two-day national public hearing on constitutional review organized by the Senate Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution in Abuja. Lawan described the review as being imperative as a result of the many concerns raised by the Nigerian people.
There are broad-ranging agitations and constitutional amendment proposals for developing more powers to subnational governments, for resource control, greater representation and participation of women in governance and public life, return to the regional system of the post-independence era, creation of additional states and local governments, enhanced residency and indigenous rights, decentralized policing, and local government autonomy, amongst others. While we have identified certain items as thematic areas, we are still open to engagement on any other relevant proposal, and we look forward to continuing discussions with the stakeholders on all proposals in that regard. It is important to similarly note that agitations are democratic expressions and indications of dissatisfaction with our excellent constitution. Honestly, engaging with each other amid a good faith is the best way forward.
Obi Ezekwesili, a former Minister of Education and one-time presidential aspirant, while making her own presentation, said the Constitution amendment must be centered on citizen democracy, emphasizing that being indifferent in the face of injustice translates to taking the side of the oppressor.
The current 1999 Constitution has passed its sell-by date. It has given us what it can give us. We need to center the citizens in our democracy. We need to move from country to nation. Therefore, this is our submission. Call for a deep tent conversation around the single issue amendment for a referendum and a referendum commission for our deliberation on a new constitution for the country.
The caretaker chairman of the All Progressive Congress and governor of Yobe State, Mai Mala Buni, who was represented by Professor Tahir Maman, said the ongoing constitution review had a lot to learn from the progressive mandates of the ruling All Progressive Congress Party. Nigerian Labour Congress President Ayuba Waba, who also spoke at the event, emphasized the importance of workers' inclusion in the constitution amendment process.
This exercise is coming at a time when the APC is in power and in control of both the executive and legislative arms of government. It is significant for the reason that the process and ultimate provisions of the Constitution can easily benefit from the progressive agenda of the party, such that the issues or aspects of the Constitution that will be of critical interest to the common man.
The 8 core conventions that deals with labor, freedom of association, the right to organize, including the issue of the minimum wage, all have been ratified by the National Assembly and also been notified in our national laws. It will therefore be anomalous, incongruous, and contemptible of global standard, and to even contemplate removing labor from the exclusive list. This will be tantamount to renouncing Nigeria's ratification of those conventions and progressing Nigerian membership of the International Labour Organization.
Also at the event were representatives of National Association of Nurses and Midwives, Cedar Seed Foundation Disability Consortium, Women in Leadership Forum, Coalition of SCT Indigenous Association, and the Albino Foundation. I am Ifunanya Ilodianya in Abuja for Signature TV.
The chairman of the House of Representatives Special Committee on Constitution Review, Honorable Toby Okechukwu, says almost all the states in Nigeria are running state police. He stated this during the House of Representatives Special Committee on the Nigerian Constitution Review held in Enugu State on Wednesday. Okechukwu added that it is in the best interest of all Nigerians to legalize state police, arguing that both Neighborhood Watch, regional security networks like Ebubago in Southeast or Amotekun in Southwest are not far from the state police. The governor of Ebonyi State, who was represented by the state deputy governor, Kelechi Igwe, at the public hearing, advocated for the total overhaul of this section of the 1999 Constitution, which takes care of revenue allocation and fiscal issues. Devolution of power and state police are among key recommendations that have been submitted to the Constitution Review Committee.
Then the issue of security and state police. Well, like he rightly pointed out, almost all the states in the Federation are running state police. When you look at vigilantes, what are they? When you look at Bubago, what are they? So why don't you have it properly regimented by recognizing it by operation of law?
At this moment in our history as a nation, it's important that we look at the structure of the nation, particularly Part C of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Section 162 to 168 of the Constitution requires our attention. It is the sections that deal with the federal allocation of our revenues and the principles behind those allocations. We need to look at it, we need to discuss it.
Before we end the news, a recap of our major stories. Final year students killed in University of Calabar, suspects still at large. Police Council confirms Usman Baba as the Inspector General of Police almost 2 months after appointment. Senate holds National Public Hearing on Constitution Review in Abuja. Safety and security begins with you. Be patriotic. Report any suspicious activity to law enforcement agencies. Please stay safe. That's the Signature TV news update on behalf of my producer, Anita Eze. I am Marvelous Obomman. Thanks for watching.